I wanna say to you, but words can explain the way you make me feel when you hold me close to you. Oh, I wanna make sweet love to you.
What's up, y'all? What's up? Welcome to the Mr. and Mrs. Marshall podcast. As y'all see tonight, I'm by myself. My missus is down under the weather. Y'all make sure y'all keep her in prayers. But I really ain't by myself tonight. Tonight, y'all, I'm bringing on two special young men with me, two of my brothers. And they're going to come on tonight. Matter of fact, one of them is already here. Let me go and bring him on the stage with us. What's up, my brother? Everybody welcome Mr. Jody Nunn.
What's up, bro?
Hey, man, thank you for stepping in on a short notice and coming into this podcast with me tonight, man. We got you and we got my man Danye coming in. He should be joining us shortly. You know, technical difficulties happen. So how your weekend going, my brother?
It's been going good, man. Can't complain. Tell my sis, feel better. Tell us this. It's the fellas' night. Bell takeover. Tell them I'll be good though.
Yeah, you gotta be
Don't act up too much.
Hey, normally, there you go, the brother. Let's get him on, y'all. And also, y'all, we want to welcome Mr. Danye Jones onto the set. How you doing tonight? This Sunday evening, my brother.
Hey, doing good. What's up, fellas? Joe,
what up, Jay? What up, Jay? I ain't seen my brother in so long. To talk to you, man. What's up?
Yes, Bronco love.
For sure.
That's right. Hey, I ain't gonna say Bronco. We all hit it at the end, though.
Yeah.
You know what it is, man. Yeah, just like I told Jody, man, I appreciate y'all coming tonight. To help me with the show tonight. It's actually kind of a little bit motivating and deep for me tonight. Talking fatherhood, and I thought it was two of the best men I can ask to come on and do this with me and talk about it. So I appreciate y'all coming on the show tonight. With the missus being down. Matter of fact, she already in the chat. She already said she's gonna be watching this.
I see her.
Yeah. And much love, Queen Marshall. Get well. Praying for you.
Appreciate that. She gonna talk about we better act right.
Danye, she talking about me and you last time, man. She's like, she got to check us now.
Yeah, we did have a good conversation, man, about natural or BBLs. And I think we all, kind of got some stuff going on with that one, but it was cool, man. But before we get started, y'all, I do want to give a special shout out to the Daniel family. My cousins, we lost a cousin last night, Brian Daniel. So I want to give a special shout out to the family and let them know I'm got all my prayers and everything. So you know,
Yeah, sorry for y'all loss, man.
yes,
Yeah,
sir.
praying for you too. Yeah, God is able.
Yes, appreciate that. So y'all tonight, fatherhood, man, it that can be hit so many ways. But um, before we get going, I did have a couple brothers send me some pictures of them and their families, as well as you guys. But I just want to show off some of the strong fathers that I know that's got doing things with their children and their family, being strong black family men. And I just wanted to let them know, hey, we thinking about them, man, and everything. Also, there you go, yeah, with that Magic Johnson smile. You
Yeah.
we got my man Ick, him and his girls. I got to show his son. I need him as a bodyguard.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know, right?
real peace. That's all right, Josh. Keep doing, and then of course, I gotta put my family up there,
Oh
man.
yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Everything. But man, we're gonna start tonight. I'm gonna show a video. We're gonna elaborate on it. I just want to see what y'all think about and how y'all feel about this video. Found a couple of them. Had to get approval from the boss lady, to make sure. So these was two of the top videos that they chose. So I want to see how we gonna hit this show off.
Pain is passed down from father to son and son to son. We have to, as black men, be mindful of that. Sometimes it's unfair, and sometimes we take it out on those we love. But we have a responsibility and a duty to be fathers, not to just make babies, but to be real fathers. And you can't expect any good to come to you if you don't visit any good on your son or your daughter. So be a man.
That was deep by Denzel.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah.
I like that, man. And since we talk about fatherhood, I'll start with each one of y'all, man. What does fatherhood mean to y'all?
Uh, it mean being there, showing up. Like we don't come with a manual how to do it. It just mean you're gonna make mistakes every time. But as long as you got breath in your body, you got a chance to do it right. Start over again the next day. Start over again a couple hours later to get it right. Try to correct your wrongs and just being that constant. They know it always can come to somebody to talk to. There's always you can fall back on and try to show good leadership too. We don't always do that at times. Like Denzel just said, they see the worst of us and the best of us. We come on sometimes so much on our mind, our heart, and they see it that they shouldn't necessarily see. But we sometimes don't know how, no way to escape it, and they see everything that's going with us, and which they shouldn't. That we shouldn't direct it at them, but we human, and sometimes we do just to correct it and not be too big, even with your kids, to apologize. Say, I was wrong. I shouldn't did that, or you can't never be too big to apologize if you're in the wrong. It's always just always correct yourself.
Absolutely. Yeah, yeah. Just to piggyback on what Jody said, that leadership piece. I mean, at the end of the day, no matter what goes on in your family, it still come back to you because we're the head. That's what God created. Sometimes it's unfair and it's a thankless job, but God created us as a male for a purpose. So we have to continue, just like you said, to be there. We have to be there, but not just financially. We have to be there spiritually. We have to be the spiritual head. We have to be there emotionally. And sometimes it's tough because, like Jody said, there's not a manual. It's on the job training and it's nonstop. Because you go from being a father with a child as an infant, then as a toddler, then as a kid, a teen, a young adult. It's constant. You have to change with the times and try to listen. Because I know the Bible talked about, I forgot the scripture, but talking about don't bring strife to your children, don't war with your children. So that's one of the biggest things. Just to be there and be willing to listen, be willing to admit that you're wrong. And I know a lot of times men, we're stuck. And I'm currently working on that now with me in terms of being a better listener. Because sometimes, we hear something that we don't like. Wait, then they haven't finished their thought. So we have to just be a leader, and leaders can listen.
That's true. One of our guests, one of my coaches, Jameis, he put on there definitely didn't come with instructions, and that's the truth, man. Because I think all of us as men, we failed at one point as being a father, But the thing was is that I know all three of us had fathers in our lives, and I know if I could speak for myself, it wasn't always the best showing of them, but at the same I learned to cipher the good and the bad from it. You know what I'm saying? And even growing up as having my own children, man, I didn't know. Like you said, I wanted to be still single, Kevin, doing what I got to do and
Right.
hanging out. And so you're right about that. So as we got older, man, and we went through all those trials and tribulations, I see that, man, fatherhood is tough. It's a blessing though in so many disguises. It's a true blessing for us. I believe without some of us being a father, we probably wouldn't be where we are today. You know what I'm saying? So that's true though. Denzel hit it on point with that one. Real.
Yes.
And like Danye said too, like we gotta listen. I know a lot of us guilty, sometimes me too. We listen just enough to get a response, not just enough to get an understanding of what they're saying to hear it all. We hear something we don't like, we shut up right then, just enough to get that response or something. But we
Yeah.
gotta listen and hear it out. And like
No,
you
I was,
said, like our fathers, like you said, we didn't have, like mine was there present in the home and a big provider, but kind of absent, didn't show you, teach a lot of things. He was more worried about providing and being at work all the time, doing stuff, so actually, being
mm,
present there, being at football games, stuff like that, and track meets. So like he wasn't, wasn't that tight, wasn't that he just was, at work providing, but never there, really for all that emotional support and stuff that we might need as growing from boys to men to learn. I learned a lot of stuff. I had a lot of other, male role models in my life too to, look up to and listen to. Kev, even watching you and your father, watching that man, watching Mr. Smithers in the neighborhood and people like that, my neighborhood, men like that, showed me that I spent a lot of time with. So I didn't have to necessarily get it just from my father, but we was growing up, it was a village. Now you can't go whoop somebody kid. If I'm out there doing wrong, they could whoop me, take me home, and get another one. Now you better not touch somebody kid. So that's what saying we missing, man.
Man,
that's
that
the
is so true. That is so true. Jody, you hit it on the head, man. We were so blessed because I heard something DMX said. I was like, wow. DMX said, man, nobody in my neighborhood had a father.
Mm-hmm.
mm,
Nobody. I'm like, wow. Because I started thinking around, there were a lot of fathers around.
mm-hmm.
But we were so blessed, we didn't
Yep.
realize. Because like anybody in our hood could tell us anything. Well, you know how it was
Yep.
in this Bronco hood, Plato hood,
Yep.
Kelso hood. If an adult tell you something,
Mm.
that's what it was, And
Yep.
I think fathers are sometimes pushed aside. I'm really walking with my picket stick. Hey, yay, fathers, because
Mm.
not that we need a pat on the back, but sometimes we do want to hear thank you.
Yes.
You
And,
know,
and and yeah,
Real.
like I knew, like my mother and them knew I could come over y'all house and play basketball, man. Come over there. They knew I was safe in the hood. Come over there.
yeah,
They knew the families around there. They know we safe. You can go around there with any families. It's all good. They
absolutely.
know they're gonna keep you in line, keep you straight, and ain't gonna let nothing happen to you. So they all knew
Right.
that. So it was cool.
Yep. That is true. And that leads to the question as far as us being fathers. When you guys when you first became a father, how did that change your life?
It was scary. It changed a lot of scary. It's the unknown coming, and somebody else you got to be responsible for, and you don't know what you're doing because we still young and kind of care. We still young, and we was together. We was young in our kind of wild days. Still, they ain't just know what to do. We just happy, but yet and still, he was scared and have no idea what was coming, what was to happen. Man, it's like it was the most, like I said, still the most rewarding and the most difficult and frightening thing at the same time. So
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, absolutely. Scary. That's the word. That's the word because you see this little thing that's breathing, and you are responsible for it. It's different than having a dog, different than having a cat.
mhm.
This child's life is in your hand, and like I said, it is a blessing, and it's scary. And even for I just thank God right now because I know where I was spiritually at that time.
Mm.
God had his hand on me in this house because Lord no, at that time Daniel really wasn't going to be no father. Like I really wasn't. So I say to God be the glory. But like you said, it is a blessing. And
Yeah,
it's on the job training. On the job training.
for real. All the time. Wow. And today I was watching something and I forgot the guy name. but it was a question that they posed, and it was like, if you was on the boat and it was you, your kids, and your wife, and that boat flipped over, who you gonna save? I thought that was like the deepest question in the world, bro. Because you think about that. At one point, the one guy was like, "Well, I gotta save my wife because that bond we got, and me and her could make other kids." But then the other guy was like, "Nah, man, I gotta save my kids because that's me, and they gonna keep my name going forever." You know, I posed that to y'all. What y'all think about
But
that
you
question?
know, Kev, depends how you look at it. Like according to word of God, y'all become one flesh. So you're supposed to say that wife, y'all become, it ain't just Joy and Kevin, but y'all together. Y'all one flesh. It's kind of tricky. I know you gonna want to save my baby. I see Sydney out there. It's kind of tough, man. I don't know, but that's a rough one, man.
Yeah. Well, I'm this first thing. I hope I'm close enough to any of them because if you're
That's
far away, I got to get myself out that jam. But but obviously, like like Jody said, the wife first, and I'm saying in that case, my daughter need to come trying to save us. She a Division 1 diver.
Right. Yeah.
Hey, she better try to save us. But yeah, that is an interesting question, and like you said, and I think, and that's another thing I had to learn too in fatherhood to realize that was my daughter, but Lawanda's my wife.
mm,
They're not equal, and sometimes I had to change the way I was thinking because even
Hmm.
my daughter had, I guess indirectly, she kind of like, I can't remember the situation, but it was something where she was almost putting herself on the same plateau with my wife. And I said,
mm,
hold up. That's your mama. This is my wife. We gonna make the decision. You just we got you. But
Hmm.
she gonna be taken care of because I know how she's holding this thing down in my ignorant years. So
yeah,
you have to really, really respect the wife.
that's true. That's true. And I was gonna say I'm gonna turn into Michael Phelps, and I gotta save them all. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Hey,
Okay.
Aquaman was my favorite super friend, so I thought I was Aquaman anyway. For real. We got to. Jimmy said if you save the wife, she gonna get mad because you ain't saved them kids.
You're right, she goes, why'd you say my baby? I said, yeah, what you gonna say? Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, that's a sticky situation though. You
Yeah.
know, but like you said though, when you look at it the biblical terms, she got to be first. You know what I'm saying? And once she become first, I see that in the background. Yeah, I love it. I
Oh,
see
I
the
was
lake.
just, you know I gotta have my boy there, man. You
Oh,
know I
I
gotta
see it.
have
See it. Beautiful
yeah,
backdrop.
But Kev, no matter which choice you make, it's always gonna be regret, and it's always gonna be
absolutely.
trouble. If you say to the child, your wife was gonna be like, well, "Why'd you do that?" And she gonna look at you. That relationship probably gonna be over because she'll be like, "Why didn't you say the child?" And then you say the child, and I heard it's always gonna be regret. You're gonna carry that forever. So if I had the choice, I'd rather both of them be saved and I perish if it had to be that way.
Right.
But
That's true.
because
And that's
you
what
always have that regret. Yeah.
yeah. Look, they go to Mrs. Y'all. She said it is a sticky situation. Don't worry, baby. I'm
Yeah.
gonna say
Yeah, and and you're right. It is going to be a situation either way, Jody. You're right, but it's one of them situations where, but not just in that situation. As fathers, sometimes we have to make a decision, and we might go back and forth, and it might not be popular within the family.
Mm-hmm.
But as the head of the house, we have to stand on that decision and
mm,
deal with whatever. I
Right.
have to get the weight, because a lot of times we go back and forth, and I had to go back to South Central. Said, OG call. this
mm.
is this is what we're gonna do. Right, wrong, and indifferent. Because at the end of the day, I'm going to have to be able to be held accountable. I know I'll be held accountable. Because
Mhm.
even like within the Bible, and like if you look at any mess in the Bible of families, it always come down to what a man didn't do or what a
Mm-hmm.
man did do. So, and I
Mhm.
think we have to just hold that strong and try to make the best decisions that we can.
Mm. That's true. I like that. Man, that's some great answers for some tough questions right off the rip. For real.
I tell you one
You know,
thing, Kev, I value about to be chosen as a you're not the one that was birthed, that I had, but to be chosen like by you to be a godfather to your daughter, that's something else
Exactly.
that don't take lightly, man. You chose me. I didn't, it wasn't like I had a baby with somebody, but you chose me. My cousin also chose me to be his son Parnell's godfather. So that's even bigger. Like I had apologized to him one time. He like about the times that I wasn't there, couldn't spend the time with him that I could have. He said it ain't about that, ain't about the money. He's like, I know without a doubt that if something happened to me, you can be there for my son, or you gonna step in and take up what man. He said, I know that without a doubt. It's like, not worry about the times that you couldn't be there, you wasn't around, or whatever, you couldn't do this financially. I know that if something happened, you gonna be there without a doubt.
Right.
Exactly. And that's what I looked at, and it's no knock to the other brothers, but I knew if something was to happen to me, I ain't got a second guess, you coming there and to my defense, and you're going to hold them down, whether it's right, whether it's wrong, you're going to tell them about it. And, like you do me when I have
Yeah.
situations, what you doing, boy, you got to do
Yeah.
that, so
Absolutely.
it was perfect choice. Look, even the missus agreed with it. So she really is watching this, y'all. Dang.
Yeah, she is.
I hope she enjoyed it. But there's gonna be one part she gonna say something because I'm gonna tell y'all.
Yeah.
But anyway, nah, real though. So all of us got daughters, y'all, and as men, I have to ask because at one point in my life, I lost. Ooh, it's deep now. I bring this up, but I lost connection with one of mine. And even though we still, it's nothing but love, but it still seemed like it's hard sometimes because of what I lost, with her during that time. Do y'all ever experience that, man? And how do y'all deal with that?
Oh
If
yeah,
you, you know,
yeah, because all the times I was away from and gone, away from sitting and everything, it is lost. 'Cause I think about how our relationship was before, like me and Leslie, broke up the first time, how tight me and her was. I think she was tighter than me than she was with her mother. She was on my hip with me everywhere I go. And we came
mm,
back, when we came back together, I still that little distance. I think we build it and it's getting back there and getting better. She tests my gangster all the time, but yeah, but it's still, yeah, it's
oh yeah,
we getting there, you know what I'm saying? But
Oh man,
I think it's just you just gotta know to build that trust that you're gonna be there and you ain't gonna be gone, whatever, you're gonna be there no matter what, building that back up, whatever. And it's hard, but once you keep trying and they see the consistency, then I think you'll be good.
mhm,
yeah. Daughters, man. Daughters are tough, man. They make you soft, but yet they make you
Mm-hmm.
strong.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
mm,
saying? And it's like, cause like certain stuff my daughter's gotten away with, a son would have got choked. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Oh yeah,
or
definitely.
definitely jawed. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's even now, it's still a constant deal with me and my daughter.
mm,
There was a time, like you said, like as an infant, like we was like, I'm talking about Ace Boone Coon from like that
Mm-hmm.
three to 11, man. Then that little man, we had some very challenging times. I'm not ashamed to say, man, I was praying. I mean, I was even got to the internet looking at the ways. I mean, because it was really bad. We still go through our things now, but
mm,
and like I told her, I said, look, let's stop all this. At the end of the day, whatever decision you make, if I don't get, look, even I got you, regardless. You know what I'm
mm,
saying? Like my daughter, I mean, she got a lot of my stubbornness. Like sometimes I would
Mm-hmm.
get a situation. She would. I said instead of walking through an open door that I provided, she'd rather climb over a barbed wire fence.
mm,
So I said to her, "Right, let her get scarred up, let her come on back." So, but like again, like what Jody said earlier, in terms of listening, and I'm saying this. It's ironic that you have this thing because I'm talking about currently working on this just as a listener to my daughter
Mm-hmm.
as well as my
mm,
wife because I know loving me is difficult. I am a great
Yeah.
person, but but loving me, yeah, I know I'm extra. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So just being there, but daughters are tough, man.
yeah.
Daughters
Yep. You see, Pastor Norman put on there. They make you, they make you process your responses and reactions more.
yeah,
That's true. They make you process. They make you
Yeah.
want to run into the wall and everything else. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I just wondered, if y'all experienced that, which I see y'all do, and that's why it's good that we can sit back and talk about this. Because, wow. Oh, he got one more message. Let's see. He said, I have to think about the message I am sending my daughters about what to expect from a man. That's
Yeah,
true.
Mm.
That's powerful there. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm very strict when it comes to my daughters compared to my son.
yeah,
It's certain things I'll let him go on the fall sometimes. Then say, I told you, boy. Or, what I'm saying, that tough love that men give their
mhm,
son. But then,
right,
sometimes with them daughters, man, you want to keep them here and protect
Yeah.
them so they
right.
don't have to feel none of that pain,
Absolutely.
Yeah,
you
because
know.
with a son, you teach them how to be somebody's husband, somebody's father. But
Right.
then with your daughter, I tell them you don't have to depend. Don't want you to ever in a position where you got to depend on a man for nothing. You come to me. You ain't never gotta be in a position where saying you gonna fall or you don't have if he don't give it to you. No, you come to me. You don't have to depend on a man for nothing. So I think that's a
Absolutely.
little different.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that
Like
Absolutely.
is.
Danye said, they do be a lot more like us, man. Like than with me, because my daughter told me the other week, she said something, and she was like, "Well, like the apple don't fall too far from the tree." Since you getting it from me, so I had to laugh, but then
Wow.
Yeah. I've had those moments.
You know what? And my wife will say that too. She was like, y'all just alike. And I'm like, no, she's not. She act like you.
Oh, man,
But
my wife said it all the time, and we both be in denial. They said, "Y'all, it's one and the same." I said, "No,
Mhm.
it's not." I'm
yeah,
like, "That girl crazy." She said,
yeah,
"Nigga, you crazy."
That is true, man. Wow, that's something there. We
hmm
so I'm gonna ask since you know the tradition that y'all father passed on to y'all, have y'all passed that on to y'all children?
Some things I have, yes. Like when Jody was talking about his father, like being a provider. Like my father, and it's like when my mother and sister passed in '95, 4 months apart. I
Mhm.
always, Dad, we had a great relationship, but I was like, "That's Daddy, he's straight." I was always looking out for Mom.
right,
But the last 8 years of his life, we got so close, and I realized how much like him I actually was.
Mhm.
And I know my father, he was gonna work. He always try to do the right thing. It may not work. Sometimes you
Mhm.
might have to go outside and what's right to make stuff right for your family.
right, exactly, yeah,
You know, but one thing I do remember what I did do, and it still came late. I wish he was alive to see the transition I made spiritually, but
Mhm.
he would continue to make me. But I will say we raised our daughter with the word, and she's grown now. She's of the age of accountability as far as her spirituality.
yeah,
But you
Mhm.
train a child the way they should go, when they get older, they will depart from it. So it's on her now. But
right,
I give kudos to my wife for that, because she was even bringing us when I was not where I need to be. But he would always do that, no matter what BS he was on. And he
Mhm.
was on some BS too. I'm not putting that, but we went and we understood and we got the word of God. So definitely try to pass that on. I still pass that on to her now.
That's
Kanye, it's
cool.
funny you say that, man. 'Cause my mother passed too before my father. I was more of a mama's boy. I was there for her, and I found it hard to go to the house and go over there, man, because it was hard going there with her not being there no more. But I said,
Yeah,
I gotta not do that. I gotta man up, be there for him. So I still got support. And it's funny because I couldn't understand him until that point, or the way he was. So I became a man to be around him more than to understand him more better, and the way he did things. He did, and I got a more better understanding of him. I got closer to him, just like you said. When she died, I can see, more points that I didn't know about, things that he went through.
absolutely,
Mm,
Man,
absolutely.
that's powerful. And speaking of that, all three of us on here right now, we lost our fathers. Man, how do y'all cope with that part, knowing that, I know it might be some time in past by now, but I know it's got to
mm,
be time you sit back as a son, a father, a husband, and you like, damn. Daniel kind of mentioned it when he said
Yeah,
something about he wish his dad could see his transition
mm,
now. Because mine has been 3 years, and man, it still feel like yesterday. So
yes,
I've struggled big time. You know what I'm saying? And I was just want to know how
yeah, yeah.
y'all do that. The frustration and how y'all handle the frustration that you go through with the loss of our fathers, since we're talking about fatherhood?
No, Kevin Strand, my mother died in 2012. My father died in 2015. And I really never grieved until a couple months ago. I found myself
Mm,
having a big hard cry, man. I really never grieved it until then. I was in a position where I was trying to be, strong for everybody else and make sure everybody else was good, that I forgot about me. And it just hit me a couple months ago, man. I really broke
mm,
down. It was hard because every time I got my love of motorcycles from him, man. So every time I have a motorcycle on, I think about him. It's like I'm almost doing it, honoring him, saying he'd be glad, to see this, man. He got love more. He love to see this one right here, and I never got a chance to take a ride with him on his. Like I'd be, wishing I had that chance to do that with him. But yeah, I always think about that when I'm seeing it. So it'd be hard, man. It's kind of hard. You find yourself one moment you crying, that makes you laugh and think about something good that happened. It never go away. It just get a little. It was as time going to get a little easier to deal with it, but the pain never go away. It just go down a little bit, where you can manage it and deal with the grief, man. But it kind of never goes away.
Yeah, just to piggyback, you're right. It never does. My dad passed in 2003, and it's like it's times you laugh, it's
Mm-hmm.
times you cry, and that's why I tell people, and I tell people all the time. I hear people all the time. Yeah, I understand, and both of their parents are alive. I said, stop saying that.
Mm-mm. Right.
You
yeah.
don't
Mm-mm.
understand
You have
because
no
you're.
idea.
You
Nope.
know, I said, don't say that. And I know they mean well. You
Mm-hmm.
don't understand
Mm-mm.
because it's like, and you go through cycles. What I always tell people, it's going to always hurt,
Mm-hmm.
but one day it's not going to hurt as much,
Yep.
you know. And like you said, you'll find yourself think it could be something as simple as seeing a leaf in the
Mm-hmm.
street, and it'll remind you of something. Then you might start laughing, or you might start crying.
Yep.
My daughter actually called. This was something about my mother. She came downstairs. She's like, "Daddy, why you crying?" I said, "Nothing. I was watching Sanford Son because that was our.
Yeah.
Me and my mother loved Sanford Son.
Yeah.
And this one particular episode, my mom used to just crying, laughing, and I was sitting there crying. So it's one of those things, and that's the big thing with men. Particularly, that's why I think this is powerful, Kevin, with what you do with men, because men have to be able to be vulnerable with other
Exactly.
men.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? Because we everything, we like, you know what I'm saying? If you ain't got no guys that you can be vulnerable with,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
I mean, it's tough because, like the Bible says, it's not good for man to be alone.
All right.
Mm,
When you're alone, that's when, hey, devil say,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Them thoughts here. Yep.
you know what I'm saying? So I think it's powerful what you're doing. And it's like I said, just being a man, being a father, there's so much come with that. But to deal with that grief, man, it's a constant thing. And continue to pray and remember the good times. But it's okay still to have a cry too.
Yep.
That's
Yep.
healthy. That's healthy.
that's true. I like that. Thank you. I needed to hear that though, for real. That's powerful.
Kev, I was inside Advanced Auto just Thursday, I think it was. And the man there was like, I like this is the old song. He's playing Harper Valley song from, I don't know, well, y'all owe this me, that TV show Harper Valley PTA. They was playing the
Oh,
theme
yes,
song
sir.
from it. And my father used to always be in the room sitting there. We used to be laughing while he's trying to sing that. And that came
Harper
on, man.
Valley,
It almost
PT,
broke me down in the store. I was laughing, then I got in the car and got sad. And it's like, but
yeah,
yeah, they
yeah,
just took me right back in, man, from just last week. Took
yeah,
me back.
yes,
It's like,
sir.
man,
That's
Yes, sir.
funny.
yeah.
Yeah, that's how it is too. Because I find myself every now and then turning on a Western movie because that's all my pop, especially in
Mm-hmm.
this last few years and
Yeah.
months. All I want to do is watch Western. Some of them ain't even talk, and I used to just sit.
My dad too. My dad's called shoot 'em ups.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Shoot
just
'em ups.
and all I would say is cowboy, cowboy. So I knew
Yeah,
he wanted cowboy. So sometimes I find myself upstairs finding the old cowboy movie. I never
yeah.
forget this. We watched and we both just bust out laughing. My man was sitting on a horse and he was like, "Man, I got a headache, Earl." Bing! A bullet came out. I was
Yeah,
like, "You ain't got no headache no more, pops."
Yeah.
But
right, right.
one of my favorite moments with him in that. So, yeah, I had to watch that too, though. So, man, couple more things for you guys, man. It's just been great. I love it. Appreciate this again, fellas. For real, talking about fatherhood and things like that. Hopefully we helping somebody else out there that's listening to us tonight. Young brothers that's out here raising kids, struggling. And but and So one of the questions I was going to ask is, y'all feel that your child should check on the parent?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you should check on, 'cause like, yeah. because parents are always doing good. You know what I'm saying? Even though you look at them as a pillar of strength, purpose is always there for you. But we got our weak spots, our weak moments, and need some encouragement sometimes, lifting up and to make sure we okay. Yeah, so definitely should check on till they okay. Give them a call. Hey, say what's up. I just think about you. Want to see if you're all right. Yeah, definitely need it.
Yeah, absolutely. I was telling that. I always tell my daughters. I said it's okay. I said you can talk to your mom every day. I said yeah, but I have to give her grace because really that's how I was. I said my daddy, he straight. I always looked
Right.
after my mama, but yeah, daddy need to be checked on too. Even if it's just a text,
Yep.
that does wonders for me. Wonders, absolutely.
That's true. Well, I like that. So look, I'm gonna go back to another video for us, y'all. I had one more because I told her I'll show these two.
All right.
It was actually three, but this was my favorite one. So I'm gonna go with
You
this.
don't have to ever be perfect because you're not going to be. But you got to be present.
Most definitely.
You've got to be present. Not just there. Because a lot of us brothers, we think just because we here, we're there. When we here, we got to be here. We got to be here. And that's the focus. Okay, now when we gone, we gone. But when it's time to come home, we got to come home.
Most definitely.
The man never tries to be the man because he is the man. The dude that tries to be the man validates that he's not him because you can't try to be who you already are.
Man, a lot of people don't like Prime. I'll be dropping some knowledge.
All the time.
You know, what y'all feel about that comment about being present and being there?
Yeah, see, yeah, he right. That's what I was saying to you about my father. He was in the house and provided, but he wasn't present. He wasn't present doing the actually things that I may have needed as growing, into manhood, the talks, to being there for me, and actually paying attention. And I gotta do better because sometimes I'm sitting here at the table with my daughter, and I'm on my phone or doing something else, and I say I gotta do better putting that phone down and everything else, all the distractions out of the way. If I can hear what she's doing, see how our day was at work or what's going on with her, I gotta be, I'm saying, more present.
Yeah, that's huge, man. And sometimes we even, as men, still take for granted what our responsibilities are. Just real quick, my daughter, before she died, she did gymnastics, and I remember she had a gymnastics meet in Lincolnshire. Actually, was at Jalen Brunson's high school here, way in the fluent area, and she had a meet, and we got there, it was fine. I saw a guy come in, he was brushing off snow. I said, "It's snowing?" And I went back there, so it had snowed maybe like 11 inches, man. And me should have probably tried to get a hotel, but me, I'm younger. Man, I could drive through this. Man, it was so bad out there, man. I mean, it was really, really bad. And I'm like, God, it's crazy out here. And I looked, my wife and my daughter knocked out. I mean, they knocked out. So I'm like, I said, wait a minute, y'all realize we about to die up in this piece? But what it said, they said, my wife said, my husband is going to get us home.
Right.
My dad is going to get us home. That gave me so much motivation, a focus. When I got closer, we got back south, it wasn't snowing as much. My wife wake up, oh, it's bad out here. I'm like,
you just missed the worst of it,
yeah. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, it's one of the things, like you said, being present, being there, it really is a badge of honor, even if it's not always honored.
Yeah.
It is a badge of honor.
But see, that's that confidence they had in you to know that you was gonna make the right decision. That's gonna be all right. It's gonna be good with you. You won't do nothing to put them in harm's way, so they was able to rest. So that's all that confidence they had in you.
Right.
And I think that's one of the biggest blessings of being a father, a husband, is that they do trust us. They might not always show, but they do trust us.
Right.
And I really do agree with that. So man, this is good.
Yeah, so, being that this man made me realize something, us fellas, we need time to be together in person, man, decompress, things that males need to vent, talk to other males, man,
And that's true too. That's something that is needed. That's something like with a couple of my coaches that I got, man, just like one of the guys that's on here tonight, Jameis. He a young guy, man. Well, he ain't young, but he older, but he younger than me. And man, just to be like a role model to him, man, a big brother figure, being able to help him out and talk to him and listen to him. You know, me and my wife went out on a date with him and his better half, man, and we just had a great time just networking and kicking it, showing
Yeah.
them how couple do things too. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate that and look forward to doing that with these guys. But you're right, we need that. Now these were some of the roles as a father that I did some research, and you know, and I thought that was pretty cool. If y'all, you know, if you got something on it, you can say so. But it had we're providers, we're teachers, we're leaders. Listen, which we all talk about. We know we gotta
Yeah.
do it a bit more. Time, which we talked about. We got to spend more time. We role models always. We're protectors. I ain't gonna say I'm always a responsible dad, but I am responsible.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, we're a mentor, and we're fathers that show unconditional love. What y'all think about that?
That's spot on, man. Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm. And these
Spot
was
on.
and these was things that you know what I read about. It was about black fathers, because you know we don't get the praise that we should
Right.
get. It's always they just baby daddies, but no, it's a lot of black fathers in our family lives, and I just think that
Absolutely.
I just don't think they get enough love or, like you said earlier, yeah, a pat on the back, because it's a lot of
Right.
guys single fathers raising their kids. You know what I'm
A-
saying?
absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
The
We have
missus,
to we have to highlight that. We have to highlight that. Just
for
real quick.
real.
The first little boy that came by to see my daughter, my wife called me, said, some boy. I said, okay, I'll be home in a minute. So when he came over, I said, told my daughter, go. I said, go upstairs. I said, Koyana, go upstairs. So I said, look here, that's good that you like her. Let's get a couple things. I don't want no cloud of mystery later.
Mm,
This is our home, but this is my house. Her mother is my wife. She's not my baby mama. Now,
mm,
if you like her, awesome, awesome. But if you don't really like her,
mhm,
just go ahead and move around. Now, you can't say you did not know. And I said, and looking at, but both of us, I know you say you can't judge a book by its cover, but your weight is not of one that would create any challenge for me.
Right.
You would get hurt.
mm,
So, and I think, and that's the problem. Like, by me working the school system, a lot of guys be hitting girls because fathers aren't around.
Right.
You know what
mhm,
I'm saying? So I just really think just being present and showing yourself as a man, period. Like, even if you're not even involved with the mother, just being that child's father and respecting the mother because that's she gave birth, but just that presence of a man, because again, I'm going back to it. God created man. You know what I'm saying? You can be a man, you can be a male, or you can be a man. That's
mhm.
two different things. You have the male organs, but are
That's
you
Right.
right.
a man?
That's right. That's powerful. Yeah, I like that, because one thing I used to do too with a lot of the young ladies in school when I worked in high school, I used to talk to them like they was my daughters. You know, I never got
Yep,
real personal with them,
yep,
but I used to tell them. And some boys used to get mad and come back to me, man, coach,
yep.
you got to. I said, I ain't hating, man, but that's somebody's daughter. And
Absolutely.
I always told my daughters, you know, it's a lot of people die to find a diamond. You got to
Yeah.
dive deep in the sea or go deep in
Yeah.
mountains to find diamonds.
Yeah.
And I said, your
Watch it.
body is a diamond.
Watch it.
So,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So make that person
Absolutely.
go find and struggle to work for that diamond. You don't
Mm-hmm.
just get the diamonds up,
Right.
Uh,
man. And you know, a lot of guys used to get mad at me. But I had
oh yeah, they
young
say
ladies,
you hate.
yeah, I'm just a father. That's just me, you know.
Absolutely.
And I'm the same way with my girls. If they cry, man, and you're gonna make me cry, and then I
Oh
got
yeah.
to come get you.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's powerful though. I love the dialogue, y'all, and what we talked about tonight being fatherhood. But I will tell y'all something that I want to thank my wife. She gave me a beautiful date last weekend. I must say I'm the only man. that went on a date with 3 women in one night, and I survived. Hey,
Yeah,
I had bro, I had Keisha Cole, I had K Michelle, and then of course the missus. But then
yeah.
they supported me, y'all, and they bought out Cash Down. Oh my goodness.
Mm.
Hey, all the brother can sit back and do that. Now I might not be here next week because I might be in trouble.
That's why I'm not saying nothing.
Yeah.
I'm good with it right now. I'm gonna leave it there. I ain't
Bro,
saying nothing.
hey, you
Well,
know what?
Miss Queen Marsha, get well, because I know she was gonna be last time. So get well. I
Mm-hmm.
want to get back in your good graces.
Hmm. Oh yeah, she good. When I told her that you was coming on with it, she was like, "Oh man, he like to get involved, so I like that." So she gonna get on me because I've been on all day. I even made a social media picture with that, and people got mad. Why would you do your wife like that? I said my wife was right there when I made it. I was just playing, but I had
Right,
to.
right.
Hey,
Oh,
I
so
had to.
Kev, before you go, Kev, I want to say one thing, man. You mentioned about fathers and getting a pat on the back. Man, your father saw you at one of your highest points, man. I'll never forget to embrace him with you out on that court, because I was there to witness it, man. So your father was proud of you at that one of your highest moments right there, man. So you had that pat on that back, that embrace, and he's still proud of you now, though. Yep. Yep, that was it right there. I was there to witness it. Right. Yep.
Praise
Bro,
God.
Mm-hmm.
that was my dad last time seeing me coach
Mm-hmm.
live, man, and I never forget that. We beat Frankenmuth to go to the district championship. That was my first year coaching
Mm-hmm.
varsity basketball, and he was there. Then after that, he took sick for the next couple years. So
Yeah.
I mean, I always talk to him, man. But even the day he passed, they said that morning he got up and said, "I want my Bridgeport shirt on." You know,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and
That's all right.
yeah. So I'm always
Yeah.
remember that.
Oh
Appreciate
yeah.
that, bro. For
Yep.
real. I think my wife said something too about, look, you about to get it. Oh, I better chill. I'm sorry, man. You need anything? I'm on my way up.
Yeah. You need some coffee or some on my way up? You need
Right.
some
Yeah.
tea? Yeah.
Yeah, man. But man, brothers, this was a beautiful thing, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
For real. This was a beautiful. I appreciate y'all being on here with me for the night. For
Oh yeah.
real. To
Yeah.
talk about fatherhood, get the chance to have this time to talk about it, man. And then I did want to read this last thing before we get out there. And I just want to congratulate all the men out there that's working digitally to be good fathers, whether they're stepfathers, biological fathers, or just spiritual fathers. We want to say thank you for being the father and the man that you are, for real. So that go out to all the brothers out there, all the fathers. You know, I mean, even if they call you the deadbeats, you really ain't a deadbeat if you're trying to be in that kid life.
Right.
And sometimes things happen where the man and
Right.
woman don't get together, but don't stop fighting for your kid and your
Right.
time to be your child.
Absolutely.
For real.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then you gotta think, is that man a deadbeat, or is that woman making it really difficult for that man to be in the child's life like he want to be? Is it the mother? Why they always point at the father?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I
All
know,
right.
Kev, I've told you this privately. Every time we talk, I want to say it publicly. You are really doing ministry work.
Hmm.
And what I'm trying to, I'm gonna salute you again,
Thank
because anything that's positive, because like my thing is, if you're not uplifting, what are you doing?
you.
You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So salute to you, brother, and continue to strive and do great things, man. And God
Yes, sir.
has greater. He has greater even than
Hmm.
what you're doing now.
And I
Wow.
told him that
Thank
before too, Don. Yeah, his ministry, what he pouring into these young men and these young women that people don't know about, man. People that don't have fathers in their life, what he doing to them. I said, it's big what he doing, man. He's standing in the
Absolutely.
gap for a lot of these kids, man. Don't have anybody, any male figures there for them. I've been told that what he
Absolutely.
doing, man, is awesome work. That's a ministry what he doing. Man.
you.
Yes.
Man, I
Absolutely.
appreciate brothers, man. Dang. They hit home. I appreciate that. Thank y'all. For real.
Yes, sir.
And you already know, Yay. whenever you need from me, we're gonna continue to help you. So when you get that podcast off the ground,
Oh yeah, we close, brother. I'm in a room now. We close. We
I'll
close.
see. Keep
Hey, it's
grinding,
good.
baby.
Hey, it's good to see him and talk to him. I ain't seen my brother in many years, man.
Oh, I
Long time.
know. Hey, I'm
Yeah.
gonna tell you right now. I already said right now. Next time back in the Nasty, we do a breakfast. All of us.
Okay.
Lunch.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, definitely. We definitely do that. And as always, you know, bro, I thank you for always having my back,
Oh
being
yeah, I'm
my
always gonna support. Yeah, no doubt.
I appreciate y'all again, y'all. Hey, I love, like I tell people on the More Than the Coach podcast, we might have a set time limit. But when it's good, it's flowing, and it's real, time don't even matter. Because one thing
Absolutely.
I look at it always is this: you never know when you get the next time to have this time.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
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 I
Yep.
appreciate you guys, man. The missus said this was awesome. Thank y'all both for showing up, and she appreciate y'all.
Yeah. Get well,
Yeah.
Queen Mark.
Yeah. Get
Get
well,
well.
sis. And
Yep.
Kev gonna bring you some tea and honey and stuff and lemon when he come out. So take it easy on him.
You know, but I got to be up to the concert. Though. She was
Yeah.
more mad at everything around us. It
Yeah.
wasn't. It wasn't a concert. Me screaming. She was mad at all the other young ladies acting like we were in a strip club. I ain't never seen her like that. Ooh, we too old to hang out with these kids,
Right. Right.
you know. But it was a good time though, man. So I enjoyed it though. I told her I appreciate that. At the long hard season, that was a good getaway for us. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
appreciate it. Yeah.
I tell you one
But you
thing, Jay, about men, man. I love it that you're saying you still all your brothers, y'all still got that good positive relationship all the time. You and Johnny and Brian, everybody, you know what I'm saying? I love it, just like us, man. Y'all still got
Yeah.
that same group of friends that's tight and close, and that's what's up.
Yeah. And I know we gonna get the brotherhood a little podcast together. You know how
Yeah.
we all doing our own thing, but yeah, it's like
boy,
like I know that's why, like what Kevin said, so I know how y'all are. I know how
Mhm.
y'all are, how y'all been forever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's the same with us, man. And it's like I said, it's powerful
yeah,
and rare.
yeah,
And
and real.
rare.
That's
Yep.
right.
Yep, it is.
It's true because all of us are in our early 50s, except old
I'm
man.
in the mid.
Yeah. And to have guys that you still can call your brothers and your friends, that's unheard of. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, your group, my
Mhm.
guy, and there was one more group.
And the cool cats, they still tight. Them ones still tight like that. Yep, just
Wow,
that
yeah.
sounded rare. Yep.
Cool Cat Crew.
And
Yep.
then John Walker, that was the other one, Andre Cousins now. So you're
Yeah.
right, it's rare. But it's always funny that all of us from that community of University.
Right.
It's a beautiful thing.
Absolutely.
Y'all,
Absolutely.
Right.
BB
yeah,
stand up. Yeah, absolutely.
always, always. Well, fellas, man, I ain't gonna waste no more of y'all time, man. I
Okay.
thank y'all again. I appreciate y'all for all the support and love. Thank y'all for coming on the fatherhood show tonight. And thanks for holding it down while the missus was out. And hey, to all our listeners, everybody that was on tonight, we thank y'all. We appreciate y'all. And hey, if you didn't, always follow us on all social media platforms, Spotify, Apple Music. If you're at work and you just want to listen to it, check us out. So y'all have a good night.
All right, you too,
This is
brother.
All right, you
Kevin.
too. Salute, brother.
All
All
right,
right.
salute. Y'all have
All
a
right,
good
yeah.
one.
You too. All
You
right.
as well. Holla.
Peace. So once again, y'all, we got to get out of here. But I just want to tell the fellas, thank y'all again for all the support tonight and being on the Mr. and Mrs. Marshall podcast. This is a great show. So with that being said, y'all have a good night. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.